What's up, guys? We're going to be going through some of my newer shoes today. Kind of what I use them for, what I think they're good for, whether I like them or not. So yeah, I should hop into it. Alright, guys, first shoe we got up here is going to be the Hoka Arahi. This, guys, is a decent shoe. Obviously has good cushion. If you're not familiar with Arahi, it has really good stability. Basically has a harder foam that kind of comes on the edges. Helps from pronating and supernating and whatnot. But also it has pretty good cushion under it. But it's kind of a clunky shoe. It's not super heavy though because it is Hoka. Hoka does a pretty good job keeping their shoes lighter. So I will give them that. Yeah, it's just a shoe I like to kind of get in daily mileage. I did like a medium long run this last week where actually, they were able to hold faster paces pretty well. We averaged 6 flat for 10 miles. So, and it definitely got pretty tough, but they held up pretty good throughout that. And yeah, that was also on kind of some like crushed gravel and a little bit of road too, but so yeah. Hoka Arahi. Next up's the Cloudmonster. It's probably one of my favorite shoes right now. Definitely very different with the Cloud Tech as far as the feel you're, especially in the forefoot, kind of rolling over them. This is kind of the first On shoe that's felt like it had really good cushion. Cloud Stratus, kind of, I also never ran that. But yeah, you also have the plastic plate. It's a heavier shoe, but that's where the Cloud Tech kind of helps it out. But yeah, really good shoe. I like this for long runs, easy runs, a little bit like up-tempo stuff, like if I was doing kind of like an easier tempo or easier fartlek, because it still has the plate in there. Pretty good shoe for that still, so yeah, I wouldn't necessarily run a lot of workouts in it, but if it's the only shoe I have for a tempo or whatever, I could definitely still get the job done. I think it's really just a overall good daily trainer. Lacing system's okay. The only issue I've had with the shoe was on a rainy day where the tongue sits and the way the laces are kind of made, like how they're laid out, kind of presses down. It did rub a little bit on the kind of top of my ankle there. That's it. And it could have just been a coincidence with the socks I was wearing. So yeah, on Cloudmonster. Alright, sticking with ons here, we got the Cloudflow. I think I've wore this shoe twice, and one of those runs was just for warm-up, so I think it was 2 miles, and then I did, I think 5 or maybe 6 one day. Again, you got Cloud Tech. It's a little different here. Show you the Cloudmonster, how they're kind of offset, the little pods, versus these are not. So this takes off a little bit more impact, kind of makes it feel a little bit more cushioned. This Cloudflow, guys, actually almost feels like a flat, or like a kind of like a racing flat. Heavy for that, but heck, it does have their little like plastic plate. Helium foam does have really good energy return. A little bit lighter upper, but the helium foam is pretty dang heavy. So it is a bit heavier of a shoe. That being said, for a shakeout run here or there, or warm up, cool down, whatever, I will be kind of rocking this shoe here and there. But I've also worn it for disc golf and other stuff like that. But yeah, I'll probably keep rocking this here and there, and yeah, Cloudflow. Alright, Adidas Primax. This, guys, is probably the one shoe on this list that I don't love for the most part. The Cloudflow I don't love, but still, I like the shoe still. This one I have like a love-hate relationship. The 50 millimeters of stack height kind of makes me pronate way too much. But that amount of foam feels so good, especially the light strike. and then you have the energy rods, and then actually 2 layers of energy rods. So you have a layer of 5 and then a layer of 3, kind of the orange that you see here, and the black ones in there. So it has really good, I mean, I can't even, like, it's firmer than just a plate. It essentially has 2. But then you have so much stack height, super light. I mean, heck, this thing is lighter than the Cloudflow, if not, it's the same weight, and there's so much more shoe to it. Upper is super light, the tongue is nice. Main issue I've had, besides the pronating, is this heel counter. It's like plastic in the back, and it kind of does dig into your Achilles if your socks don't go high enough in the back. But as long as you have high enough socks in the back, you're good. But it's just so hard because it's such a good feeling shoe because so much light strike and then the energy rods. But then, I mean, you're just kind of running like this the whole time, if not like that. Yeah, kind of run on the side of your foot. No, but actually though, it's like I don't wear this shoe that much because of that. But yeah, Adidas Prime X. It's not an awful shoe though. Alright, this one may be the most surprising one. Oh, we got a little sneak peek. It's a trail shoe, Ultra Lone Peak. Really like this shoe so far. I've only worn it a couple times in Colorado. I think, yeah. But it's a trail shoe. You kind of see lugs there on the bottom. Zero drop. The wide toe box, but it's always felt really good. I've worn it. I haven't worn it on any like trails though. I've worn it on grass. But I'm excited to start wearing it on some gravel and different stuff like that. It's always felt good. The foam always feels good. The wide toe box feels good. I've never had issues with zero drop. I used to actually, I think, like a year and a half I ran in ultras only. So I'm fairly used to that kind of feel. Really like this shoe. I'm excited to run in it more once I get down to Arkansas and have hopefully a little bit more kind of trails like that to run. So Ultra Lone Peak. Alright, now I got the Saucony Speeds. I got 2 pairs of these. So shout out James though for hooking me up with this pair. This is a really good shoe. I like it for, you know, daily training, long runs, especially long runs. But then if I need to do a tempo and this is all I have, it's kind of like the Cloudmonster, I can hit that in there. Because you have the plate, not carbon plate, but you got a plate. Foam, it has a lot of energy return, but this is a light shoe, unlike the Ons. A little bit more constructed upper than the Pro, which we'll get to. It's going to be the final shoe. But yeah, I mean, just a really good built shoe. I kind of already talked about the shoe a little bit, but so you have super light, responsive foam, and then that plate that I was talking about. A little bit constructed upper, but still thin and light. And I mean, yeah, good, just kind of daily trainer, but good mileage and whatever, kind of speedier shoe. So Saucony Speed. Alright guys, the final shoe, new shoe, Saucony ENDORPHIN Pro 2. And the Speeds were the 2. I don't know if I said that or not. Come on, this colorway is sick though, guys, right? Look at that. Little finish line kind of colorway. I don't know what it's actually called, but anyways, really similar to that Speed. So you got the same foam, pretty much the whole same. Like, it looks really like the same shoe for the most part. But you do have the carbon plate running through the shoe. And outsole looks about the same, I think. Yeah. And then the upper, quite a bit thinner. A little bit more breathable. Definitely a lighter shoe. But yeah, I've worn this for 10K, couple tempo runs, stuff like that. I don't think I've worn it for any mileage runs at all. This would be a good long run shoe even. But then yeah, I mean, tempo, workouts, racing flat. Like I said, I ran 10K and it was my first 10K I ever. Actually ran 33:49, so not bad for a first. And yeah, I mean, I liked it. Felt really good throughout the whole thing, and it felt pretty good on all my tempos. As far as what a shoe can do, with all the humidity and everything that we've been having. But so yeah, Good workout shoe. Even like long run, just up tempo kind of run. So yeah, Saucony Pro. Alright guys, that's it for those new shoes. Next video should hopefully be that, well, it was going to be the Sunday long run. I think it probably end up being on Saturday now, but it's going to be first week of August. So I'll try to pump this video out real quick and get it out there before. So show up for that. We're going to have Saucony Rep coming out, demoing the new Speed 3s, Pro 3s, and the new Tempest. All great shoes. So pull up for that. Should be at Quivira Park, most likely 7 a.m. Stay tuned on the Prodigy Runs Instagram though. We'll have all the official stuff out there. And so yeah, see you guys out there.